Good afternoon, students. Today, I, Shipra Banerjee, Associate Professor of Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, want to deliver a topic on antimicrobials. First of all, we should know what is microbes. So, microbes are the tiny agents which cannot be seen through the naked eye, which can be seen through the microscope, like the bacteria, viruses, fungus. These are the known as the microbes. So, we should kill the bacteria or the viruses through some agents, and that is known as the antimicrobials. So what is antimicrobials? These are the agents which are used to destroy or inhibit the growth of pathogenic microorganisms. Pathogenics means because they are carrying disease or they are causing disease. So there are 6 types and their mechanism of action is followed: antiseptic, disinfectants, germicides, bacteriostatic, sanitizer and sterilization. Now coming to the antiseptics. This is the agent which you have used in corona condition in a broad way. So these are the agents which prevent the sepsis or the necrosis of any organ or of any tissue by destroying or inhibit the growth of microorganism on the living tissues. An ideal antiseptic should destroy the bacteria, spores, fungus, viruses or any other microorganism in the living tissues of the host. So antiseptic can be used in prevention to the hands of surgeon, dentist, nurses, pharmacist or in the routine procedure. Now coming to the antimicrobial. So germicide. These are the agents which kill the microorganism. The more specific term which is used for the bactericide, fungicide or viruside, etc. Now coming to sanitizer. These are the disinfectants used to maintain the public health standards and called as sanitizer. Sanitation is mainly concerned when the cleaning or washing of away the organism. So that means sanitizer can be applied on the non-living tissues. They are having concentration high. Sterilization. So these are the agents which is used to complete destruction of all living organism, including bacterial spores. It can be done by physical methods. So application of heat or radiation or by chemical means. Use of other chemical. So sterilization can be done through the different methods like boiling of water by UV light and by laminar airflow, different types. Now coming to the mechanism of action, how it is doing its action. So generally inorganic compounds are not used for anti-infective for systemic infection. That means they are not engulfed or digested. So they are used for only topical application. So inorganic compounds such as exhibit their action by the following mechanism like oxidation, halogenation, protein precipitation or binding. Now coming to the oxidation. So you know reducing group is present in most of the proteins and these groups are required for the growth and survival of the microorganism. So these groups are oxidized. So generally these groups are oxidized for the growth and survival of the microorganism. So the reducing groups are oxidized by oxidizing agents who alter the shape and conformation of the protein and thereby alter its function and ultimately leading to the destruction of protein. Generally non-metal ions, peroxide, metal peroxide, halogen act by this mechanism. See, oxidation, whenever the sulfur hydryl link or sulfur hydryl bondage of the protein is destroyed, then only sulfur bond is there. So that is the altered protein where it can destroy the structure of the cell. Now halogenation, most of the enzymes are protein in nature. So primary and secondary amide group present in the peptide link, that is the amino acid in CONH group. So they undergo chlorination with change in the molecular shape and ultimately leading to the destruction of protein. Generally hypothalates act by this mechanism. That means halogenation, chlorine or any other agents can be added to the CONH group. As a result NCl is formed and amino acid structure is changed. So as a result it is altered protein and it cannot grow spontaneously. Now protein precipitation. So protein precipitation is widely used in downstream process of biological products in order to concentrate proteins and purify them from various contaminants. Astringents helps in protein binding and helps to prevent the bleeding by blood vessels. So clean the face and prevent acne breakouts. It stops bleeding and hemorrhoids also. Relieve the discomfort and itching of the insect bites. Now coming to the first monograph, that is a potassium permanganate, known as a KMNO4. This is a very good oxidizing agent where the molecular weight is 158 and synonym is percentage of permanganic acid. Standard. It contains not less than 99%, not more than 105% of KMNO4. That means 199 to 100% is a range, and below and above this it will be toxic or non-working. Now, method of preparation. KMNO4 is prepared by mixing a solution of potassium hydroxide with powdered magnesium dioxide and potassium chlorate, KHMNO2 KClO3, potassium chlorate. The mixture is boiled, evaporated by to yield residue. So, KH plus MnO2 KClO3 K2MnO4. As a result, it is produced along with KCl and 3H2. So next, chlorine gas is passed through the potassium permanganate solution, resulting to produce potassium permanganate solution, KMnO4 and 6KCl. So physical properties, come to the physical properties. It occurs in the form of dark purple prismatic crystal with metallic lusters. It is colorless, but it is sweet in nature and astringent. It decomposes at high temperature. That means at the high temperature the drug can be broken down. Now coming to chemical properties, it decomposes at higher temperature, like KMnO4 will be decomposed to K2MnO4, MnO4 and O2, potassium permanganate to potassium manganate. Next, mode of action, how it is doing its action. Generally, it releases the nascent oxygen, that is a normal O, which by oxidative mechanism inhibit the action of microorganism and their growth. So, the growth action will be prevented. So assay, how can you determine its purity? Its iodometric redox titration is used for the iodometric titration. Uses. It is a very good topical anti-infective. It is also used as an antiseptic in mouth and cleaning of ulcers. Used in the treatment of ulceritis, antidote of venom, barbiturate and alkaloids. Okay. And next is antiseptic for veterinary bacteria. Coming to the boric acid, which is the most important. So where formula is H3BO3 and molecular weight is 61.83. Where synonym is boracic acid and boric acid. Okay, so standard 99.5 to 105% obviously. Pre-boric acid occurs in seawater, many plants, and certainly in fruits also. Although the latest source of occurs in the combined form like the Na2 4H2O. So there are some elements also like borocalcite, colemancite. So they are having a particular shape and particular color, like borax is white in color. Na2 and 10H2 is used. There is borosilicate, 10H2O and calcium is present in borocalcite also. Colemanite, where is a Ca2B6O11. So boiling solution of borax is added with the sulfuric acid and water to produce boric acid. Now NaOH plus borax is used, and with the sulfur dioxide or sulfuric acid, it is produced the Na2SO4 and H3BO3. The commercially boric acid is prepared by decomposing certain naturally occurring like this is the borocalcite, which is used with the presence of sulfur dioxide, and it is producing calcium sulfide. And the physical properties come to it to occurless and odorless crystalline powders and slightly acidic and bitter in taste, and what or alcohol may be there, and it is also soluble in water and alcohol, and it's stable in air, and melting point is 170 degrees centigrade. Coming to the chemical property, so on heating at 100 degrees centigrade, it loses one molecule of water, HClO3, HBO2 and H2. Boric acid, oxoboronic acid, with alkali substance, it forms salt due to its acidic nature, HClO3 and NOH, and antifusion action. Boric acid is a local anti-infective and used for the preparation of the various dusting powder. Then it is antiseptic cream, ointment. It is also used as bacteriostatic, fungistatic, and mouthwash and like this. And it is also used for antiseptic treatment also. It is used to make infection also. Okay. So next, coming to the iodine. So from iodine it can be prepared, and where the from the sea beach, one weeds are there, laminated diageta and solids, and And it can be made from the chili saltpeter also, that is the alkali metal nitrate, which is also known as the chili saltpeter, and which is generally found in the sea. And the nitrate sodium nitrate is also used from this soda water running. Physical properties, it's black and the color is white shine glow, and it's having a strong harsh odor, rhombic and hazy. And lastly, we can see the chemical properties. It is also converted hydrogen monograph. Next, it is going for the electrolytes and used for the containing of alcoholics. Mechanism of action, it is also a very oxidizing agent which is mediated with high information about HOD of the program. Now, iodine plus water, it produces HI, HI uses. The program also include the counter oxide of over-the-counter iodine, where it is used as tincture, ointment, gel, and it also kills bacteria that cause infection. And why it is used? It is used for the topical application very in a good way. Next, povidone iodine, PBPPI, which is also known as the iodopovidone. It is an antiseptic used for the skin disruption before and after surgery. Now, povidone iodine solution, that is also important solution containing 9 to 12%, which is having pink purple in color. Here, the class of povidone produces its action in soluble cold and mild water, and it's having oral oxytoxicity. That's why it should not be orally engulfed, and it cannot be contacted with the skin and clothes because it's have a staining action. So chemical properties, it's also degraded in the iodine to ion form. It forms complexes with some metals, phosphorus, like phosphorus triiodide, ferrous iodide. So it is used acid by the redox titration and uses. It is used for the chlorhexidine, denatured alcohol, wound infection, tincture of iodine, like this. Now coming to one of the important solution, that is a Lugol solution, that is also used by French physician in 1829, and it's used as a solution of the iodine and over-the-counter drug, and it is used 2.2%. It is potassium iodide and iodine in nature. Iodine in water is dissolved, applied to the cervix to help screening of the cervical cancer and different wounds, and thyroidectomy, Graves' disease, that is known as the antithyroid drug, and it is used for colonoscopic antimicroscopic agents, and mucogingival junction, if there is an infection in the lungs or in the gingiva, it can be used. It is used as germicide also. So end of this slide I'm coming. Thank you all.